to all. So today we'll discuss about I think all the topics are completed. Only two more topics left. So the first one is left for generic course generation algorithm, then register allocation and assignment. So these two topics are pending for your fifth model. Okay. So today I will cover for register allocation and assignment. Monday I will complete for generic code generation algorithms. Okay. So this is for two topic pending. So Monday I will complete for the fifth models. Okay. Now we can go. We go to the topic. So the first one is register allocation and assignment. Okay. So yesterday we completed for generic code generation algorithm, a tag for register allocation. So in that algorithm we are having for 4 technique. What about the technique? Rearranging order, then heuristic ordering algorithm, then labeling algorithm. Okay, heuristic ordering algorithm we have to apply for. First you have to visit for the parent node. So in that parent node we are having for 2 child. So first you have to visit for leftmost child. After completing leftmost child we have to visit for again leftmost child of the parent of leftmost child. So once we have to check in leftmost child, you have to check. Before that you have to check the leftmost child of parent to be visited or not. So once visited only you have to order the reverse the select the new process, new node. If it is not visited, you can go back to the root node, then again visit for the right child of the parent, right child of the node. Okay, this is a procedure for heuristic ordering algorithm. So after completing the algorithm, you have to write the order in reversing list, reverse order list. So based on the reverse order list, you have to write for the 3 address code sequence. Okay, so this is for heuristic ordering algorithm. What about the labeling algorithm? So labeling algorithm, it is used by the, so during code generation phase, this algorithm, it is used to find out how many register will be required by the given programs. How many register will be required by the given programs to complete the execution. So labeling algorithm work in bottom of fashion. So in that root node, the left child is, left one is left child value, it is for L1, the right will be indicate for the right child, L2. So in the interior node, we are having for 2 things. N is the interior node, that is root of the node. Having left one is, left child is L1, left child is L1, right one is L2. So the left child value will indicate for 1, the right child value will be indicate for 0. So after constructing, this is the pre-order, post-order traversal technique. So the both L1 and L2 value will be equal, mean you got to write for L1 plus 1. If it is not equal, you got to write the value for maximum of L1. Okay, so this is the process to complete for the labeling algorithms. Okay, then the next one is, so generic code generation algorithms. So in the generic code generation algorithm, it is represent that it is assumed that for, we will cover Monday. So today we will cover for the register allocation assignment. Okay, so in register, next today topic is register allocation and assignment. So in that register allocation and assignment, what is the use of register operand, member operand? It is always the faster and shorter. So you are doing for allocating the register, for assignmenting the register, the instruction involving only the register operand, registers only, registers and memory, R and M. For example, A will be equal to, C will be equal to A plus B, mean you have to move the register, add the registers and operand. Okay, so instruction involving, the first one is the instruction involving only register operands are shorter and faster. Those involving memory operand. The proper use of register help in generating the good code only, generating the target code in good way manner only. So in the register allocation and assignment, we are having for various strategy for deciding the what value in your program should decide in the registers. That is allocations. Register assignment means the register each value to be assigned for should reside for the given registers. Okay, so instruction involving only for the register operand and memory operand, it should be always faster and shorter. Because the proper use of register operand and memory operand, it is used to be generating the good code. The most commonly used strategy to register allocation or assignment is to you have to assign the specific value to the specific registers. Assign the specific value to the specific registers. Specific value to the specific registers. So in that specific value to the specific registers, you got to specify the base address and separate set of register can be used. Base addresses and separate set of register can be used for the given registers. Similarly, you got to for storing the stack pointer, you got to segregate for the separate set of register to be assigned for the each register. You got to specify the value for the given register. But you got a separate set of register, you got to use for the arithmetic operation also, you got to use for the separate set of registers. Okay, so what is the advantage of this one? So that you have to design the process of compiler for code generation, it becomes simplified. So the disadvantages, the registers are user registers inefficiently. So certain register may go unused over substantial portion of code. This is the disadvantage of this thing. So advantage means it simplify the design of compiler. Disadvantages mean it uses register inefficiently. That is unused over substantial portion of the code we have to generate. Okay, so this is for how to store for register allocation and assignment for the given code generation phase. So in that register allocation and assignment, we are having four strategy to be used for the register allocation and assignment. This is also one type of what are the strategy for the register allocation and assignment? You got to write for these four things. Global register allocation, first one. Second one, usage count. Third one, register assignment for outer loop. Fourth one, register assignment for graph coloring. These are all the four strategy. Global register allocation, usage count, register assignment for outer loop, register allocation for graph coloring. Okay, we are having four strategy. So in two more questions, write the various strategy of register allocation assignment. You got to write for these four strategy. Register allocation and assignment, register allocation and assignment. We are having four strategy. The first one is global register allocation. Second one, usage count. Third one, register assignment for outer loop. Fourth one, register allocation by graph coloring. Register allocation by graph coloring. Okay, so what is the first one? Global register allocation. So the first one, third one, and fourth one, we are having normal theoretical only. The second one is some little bit problem. Usage count. How to count for the usage for the given registers. This is one type of problem. Similar problem we will solve. Okay, we will solve the problem. So the first one, global register allocation. What is the first one? First one is global register allocations. So the global register allocation, while you have to generating the code for the given register, you have to use to hold the value for the duration of the block. You have to assign for all the value in global values only. Okay, the first one is you have to generating the code for the register. It is used to hold the value for the duration of the single block. So all the value will be stored from the hold for the single block only. Second thing, all the live variables are stored at the end of each block. Live variable, where the variable can be used for at the live, you have to store at the end of the each block. end of each block. Okay. Third one, for the variable that were used consistently. So some set of variable I'm using for the variable can be used for consistently. So what we'll do, consistently mean we have to allocate for the specific set of registers. Specific set of registers. First global register allocation, global count, global register allocation. The first one is while you have to generating the code for register, you got to use to hold the value for the single block. You got to specify the value for the duration of single block. Second thing, all the live variables are stored at the end of each block. Which variable you are using for the live variable, that variable you have to create it for all the block. That in all the block you have to store the live variable be stored at the end of each block. Third thing, for the variable can be used consistently. The live variable can be used for consistently mean we can allocate for the specific set of register for the live variables. Okay, so that specific set of register you have to assign for the live variable of end of the each block. That is the allocation of variable to the specific register that is consistent. That type of block boundary is called global register allocations. Global register allocations. So what are the strategy to be followed for the global register allocations? What are the strategy to be followed for the global register allocations? The first strategy for global register allocation, storing the most frequently used variables. You got to store the most frequently used variable in fixed register throughout the loop. The global register allocation has a strategy. The first strategy of global register allocation, you are storing the most frequent used variable for each live variable. At the end of each block, you got to store for the live variable. After that, the live variable of each block, you got to specify for the some specific set of registers. That is, you are using for the most frequently used variable. So in fixed register, you got to use for throughout the loop. That is the first strategy. Okay, what about the second strategy? Another strategy, you have to assign some fixed number of global register to hold the most active value in each inner loop. So each inner loop, most active value, some fixed weight number, you have to assign for each inner loop. Okay. Third thing, the register not already allocated. The register not already allocated. The register not already allocated may be used to hold the value for local to the some other values. This is for third strategy. For certain languages, see some other programmer can be do register allocation by using based on the register declaration only. You got to assign for the register allocations. Okay, so these are all the strategy for the global register allocations. Global register allocations. So the first strategy in the global register allocation has a strategy of storing the most frequently used variable in fixed register throughout the loop. So which are the variable can be used for most frequently for the each block, you got to assign for the fixed register throughout the loop. Second strategy, another strategy, you got to assign some fixed number of global register for the hold the variable for most active variable in the each inner loop. Third thing, the register is not already allocated, may be used or it is used to hold the value to the local to the one block. So each register allocation by using the register declaration part only. So these are all the 4 strategy of global register allocations. This is also one type of part B question. Explain the register allocation assignment statement mean you got to write for what is register allocation and assignment and what are the strategy to be used for the register allocation and assignment. So first one is global register allocations. Okay. What about the second one? The second one is usage count. This is one type of problem. I just tell the theory. Monday I will complete the I will solve the problem in whiteboard. Okay. So here in usage count, is the count for the use of some variable x in some register used in any basic block. So you are allocating for all the variable, you are creating for one basic block. In that basic block, the last variable be used for the live variable can be used for the at the end of each block. That is the reason. Then each block of the variable you got to assign for throughout the block, you got to specify some fixed register into the variable. Here what we'll do in usage count is the count for the use of some variable you got to assign for each block. The variable is x and in any basic block. So the usage count, what we'll do, it's give the idea about the how many unit of cost can be done by said by the selecting the specific variable for the global register allocation. So in global register allocation, we are generating for each block we are having for some set of variables, some set of statement. At the end of each block, you are specifying for some live variable. So in that block, you are specifying some fixed register into that variable. Okay, it's correct. So here in usage count bin, what we'll do in global register allocation, the usage count is count for the use of some variable, that is x in some register can be used to any basic blocks. So what we'll do in the usage count give the clear idea about the how many unit of cost can be saved by the selecting the specific variable. How many unit of cost by selecting the specific variable for the global register allocations. Variable for the global register allocations. Okay, so how to calculate for the global register allocation? This is the formula. Summation of use of x comma p. P is nothing but basic blocks. X means it is used for some other variables. Plus 2 into live of x comma basic block. Block B in L. Where x comma b is number of time x is used. X means the each basic block, the x is a variable, the number of time the variable to be used for the particular block. Okay, so live of x comma b is 1 mean the variable is live on for the given basic block. For the variable live of x will be equal to 0 mean the variable is not live in the given basic blocks. Sorry, so this is for the usage count definition. So summation of use of x comma b plus 2 into live of x comma b block B in L. So where use x comma b is number of time the x is used in the block. Then the live of x comma, it will be indicating for 1 mean the live is the variable x is in basic. You have to indicate for block on each block. The block is the x is the variable is live for the basic block 1 in how many time, how many costs will be allocated for the given basic block. If it is not there, mean the variable is not available in the given basic block, it will be indicate for 0. Okay, so this is for usage count. This is for usage count. Okay, here this is for the some this is for some problems in usage count. Problems in usage count. See here indicating for some basic blocks. So this is for basic block 1, basic block 2, basic block 3, basic block 4. So consider the block for B1, B2, B3 and B4 and count for the usage count for the block B in following loop. Okay, so here what we'll do, for example, I'm using the variable for A, D, E. So A, D, E is a variable. The variable is defined for the B1. B1. You know that what is used, what is defined. What is used, what is defined. You are using for a global live variable analysis, data flow equation you are having. Gen and kill equation, in and out, gen and kill, in and out, use and define. Use and def, DEF. You know that it's a problem. It's solved in for 4th unit. So what is the usage count for the basic block of for variable A is So usage block of basic block of variable A is A comma B1. Usage of A. The block is B1. The variable is used to mean you have to indicate for the value will be 1. So how much time it will be used for the A? 2 times. So the live variable comma A comma B1. 2 into here formula. Based on the formula I have to calculate. I think you are having some formula. This formula. 2 into live of x is the variable. X is we will have to define for the variable is 1 time only. So 2 into 1, 2. Similarly, you have to calculate for the basic block 1, basic block 2, basic block 3, basic block 4. Okay, now check. I will explain for only first one of A. So in that A, here use of A comma B1. Use of A comma B1. What is use of A comma B1? A is defined. Here you are defining for A. Before you are using for A, you are entering in the block only for B, C, D, F only. The A is not defined. So before that, the basic block 1 of A is a variable. The A variable before of B1, it is not used. You are giving only the variable is only B, C, D, F only. It is not A. So what is use of A comma B1? A comma B1 is only 0 because the block 1, in that block 1, I am using the variable is A. In that A, before that I didn't use. I use only for the variable is B, C, D, F only. B, C, D, F only. So what is use of A comma B1? Use of A comma B1 is 0 because in that basic block 1, the variable is A. Before that I didn't use. I only use the variable is B, C, D, F only. Okay. So what is the formula here? 2 into live of x comma b. It's correct. 2 into live of x comma b. 2 into live of x comma b. Okay, check 2 into live of x. Now we are defining the variable x is nothing but a comma b, capital B. Here now I am checking for the basic block is 1. So a comma b1. A comma b1. So what is a comma b1? The live of the variable, you are stating the last variable is live. Here you are defining the variable is only for A is for 1 time only. So 2 into live of 1. So 1 is 2 into 1 mean automatically the value is 2. So the last, each block you are indicating the last line of the each statement is the live variable for the given basic blocks. So in that variable you have to assign for the some fixed register allocation into the particular fixed register into the given variable for throughout the loop. So 2 into live of A is a variable in basic block. The live variable is only 1 time only. So 2 into live of 1, the variable is 1. So here 2 into 1 is 2. So what is the meaning here? A is live on exit of B1. Here check exit of B1. Exit of B1 exit is A. B1 exit is here also A indicated. So what is the meaning of 2 here? A is live on exit of exit 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 of B1. So that is the live of A comma B1 is it is indicating for 1. It will be exited. The variable is live in the basic block. The live of the variable in each block it will be indicate for the end of the statements. So the live of A is live at the end of that is the exit of block 1. So that the live of A comma B1 equal to 2. Okay, so what is the formula? You have to check that formula here. Use of x comma b. Here based on that formula, use of x comma b is use of a comma b will be indicate for the 0 thing. 0 only. Correct? Use of x comma b is 0. Plus 2 of live comma x comma b is now the variable is block 1 in A is 2. So 0 plus 2 is answer is 2. So based on the given formula, the answer is 2 for basic block 1 in A. Okay, basic block 1 in A. So what is the answer? Here the answer is total answer is 2. So A is used in basic block 1. So the answer is Based on the formula, the basic block 1 of A is, the answer is 2 only. The answer is 2. Okay, it's clear. Okay, it's clear. So this is for usage count for the given. So each and every block you have to indicate for the basic block for the all the variables. How many times the number of instruction to be is for the given variables. Okay, so this is for usage count. So similarly, you have to check how to check for the given problem. You have to create for one tabular column block. So in that block, you are having for block 1, block 2, block 3, block 4. Block 1, block 2, block 3, block 4. You are writing for 4 blocks. You are writing for 4 blocks. So in that basic block, you are using for use and live. Otherwise, you can write basic block 1, basic block 2, basic block 3, basic block 4. What are the variable here? In that variable A, B, C, D, F, I think. So here A, B, C, D, F. So each block, you have how many variable is available? The each variable is what is the usage cost of each live variable in basic block, live variable in basic block. You got to calculate. Finally, you have to calculate for the total values. Okay. Then here you can check next one, A comma B2. A comma B2. So here A comma D in B2 basic block. So in that basic block, use of A comma B2 you are using for only one time. So use of A comma B2 is 1. Before that, A is used in basic block 1 and basic block 2 for before the definitions. Okay. So here, what is the value here? You can calculate. Similarly, you have to calculate for the all the basic blocks. Okay. So this is for second thing. What about the third one? The third one is register assignment for outer loop. Register assignment for outer loop. So in the register assignment for outer loop, we are checking for the, you have to use for the registers. So this is a diagram. How to check for this diagram? So we are having for two loop, L1, L2. L1 is outer loop. L1 is outer loop. L2 is inner loop. Because this is inside the blocks. This is outside of the block. So the allocation of variable to be done for the some registers. For example, we got L1 is L2 is inner loop, L1 is outer loop. So in that side, we are only using for L1, L2. Here only L1, L2. This is fully indicating for L1. L2. So what is the following criteria for assigning the outer loop in register assignment? If A is allocated for some variable is A, it is to be allocated for in loop L2. Now I am allocating the variable in loop L2 will be assigned for in loop L2 means it is not assigned for the L1, L2 because it is assigned for only for the inner loop only. This is the first criteria. Second criteria, if A is allocated in L1, only L1. It is not allocated in L2. Only L1, it is not allocated in L2. Then what is? The entrance is L2 and low, you got leaving also. This is the second criteria. What about the third one? A is allocated in L2, not in L1. L2 allocated, it is not in L1s. So this is 3 condition. Okay. So you are allocating for loop only in L2, only in L1. It's entered in L2, not entered in L1. Entered in L1, not. This is 3 criteria. Based on your specify the register will be assigned for the all other loops. What is the criteria for how to the condition for the assignment of outer loop? So this is for third criteria, third strategy. Okay. What about the fourth one? Graph coloring techniques. Graph coloring technique. So in that graph coloring technique, we got to use for what is the procedure here? You know about the in data structure and DA concept, data structure problems. So here what we'll do, you are assigning for something. What is it here? Here, for example, you are assigning for root values, root value, root, some other registers. So what is here? Here as I'm assigning for example, here now assigning for red, here assigning for the coloring of green. So, having for same edges for red and green. So in that node I am assigning for red and green. Different colors it is possible. The same assigning of register, it is, for example, I am assigning for green. So adjacent node cannot be assigned for the same color. That is graph coloring techniques. Here you can assign for some other registers, either orange, some other coloring. Here you can use for green, no use you. Red, green, green, red. But green, green, same coloring not adjacent with the given no edges. Okay, this is for graph coloring register assignment technique. Graph coloring. So that's you got to specify for the two phases for the graph coloring technique. Adjacent node cannot be assigned for the same color. That is the meaning. Okay. Here two passes will be assigning for the graph coloring technique. What is the first one? The first pass of specific machine instruction, it is selected for the register allocation. For each variable is a symbolic register to be allocated. It is a simple systematic technique. The adjacent node cannot be assigned for the same color. At the time you are using for the only using minimum color only you have to use for allocating the registers. Okay, so we are having for two passes. The first pass is the target machine instructions are selected. There was an infinite number of symbolic registers. The second pass, you go to in second pass of graph coloring technique, for each procedure, a register interference graph is constructed in which node as a symbolic register, and the edge connected two nodes of one is live at a point, another one is defined. One is live at a point, another one is you got defined for the node. But the adjacent node cannot be assigned for the same color for the given nodes. Okay, so this is for graph coloring technique. So in register allocation assignment, we are having for two things, four strategy. The first one is global register allocation. Second one, usage count. Third one, outside of register assignment for outer loop. Fourth one, graph coloring for register assignment. Graph coloring for register assignment technique. Okay, so this is also one type of part B question, 8-mark question. In 2-mark, write the strategy for register allocation and assignment. You got to write for this register allocation assignment strategy. Fourth thing you got to write. Okay, fourth thing you got to write. In usage count, it is a one type of 6-mark question, only usage count. So you got to draw the one diagram, one basic block diagram. In that basic block diagram, you got to indicate, you got to write for the problems. You got to solve for each basic block. You got to write for the what will write. You got to write for one tabular column. So in that tabular column, you got to write basic block 1. We are having for 4 blocks: basic block 1, basic block 2, basic block 3, basic block 4. So how many variables are there for the given basic block? We are having A,